Okay, so what's going on YouTube? We're back here and I'm just waking up. Hair's all crazy, face is all crazy. We're just looking crazy right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm overly bloated in the face because I've been bulking. I gotta get to the gym. So, but anyways, I got on this video because I really just want to talk about what's going on right now. I'm gonna really just try to act like nothing's bothering me with how I'm looking right now. But you guys are seeing me, I'm just waking up. I'm not about to polish up, glamorize up, get cute, fuck that. I'm in my room right now, a room that I kind of really just took apart and I've been really trying to make as like an office since I've been feeling like into the fall I've been lazy. I just lost myself completely. I'm tired. I don't want to work. I'm exhausted. Getting out of the summer was just like, it was something for me. I'm not going to lie. This fall was a big old test, but I'm gonna talk about right now. So right now I'm in the process of getting my life insurance, my life insurance license. And I just took my second test yesterday, and, or my second test today, and I got a 62%. I got a 62%. I can't show anything. I really could show you guys I got 62% because I don't think I could show the paper that I got emailed yesterday, but I got 62% and I needed 70%, right? So I'm not gonna lie, or actually I could show this. 62 and I needed a 70, right? So yeah, I needed a 70 and I got 62. How am I feeling right now? Discouraged, confused, motivated. Actually, cancel out the confusion. I actually feel some clarity. I don't know what it was, but I did go to sleep. Well, I was gonna go to sleep like knowing that, all right, I'm gonna pass this thing, because I did have some confidence when I went to sleep. I was feeling good about it. I was like, all right, so I feel like I did my thing, so we should be good. I was praying for it. I was doing all that I feel like I could, and that was the most important thing, was trying, because I set up some times throughout the week where I'm studying, you know what I mean? I sat down and really was like, you know what? I'm going to actually study. I don't like studying. Being in front of a computer for too long, I feel like for me is something that I usually don't do. I even got a book right here, right? And I'm a high school dropout. I'm gonna tell you guys that I'm a high school dropout. So I got books of all these terms and things like that I need to go over again. My boy told me to do this. So shout out to my boy Joey Balls or whatever. But yeah, Joey told me to do this and get on the books and start writing things down, because I thought I had it. You know what I mean? I thought I really had it before I started writing down and studying with him. And I got a 62%. I got a 62% out of 70. I'm not going to lie. It's like my back feels like it's against the wall. Not because I'm broke. I'm actually in a pretty solid financial situation right now, but I was feeling motivated about yesterday. I even wrote down on this, I will pass my life insurance exam. Yeah, I'm more than likely rubbed my hand across this insurance thing or whatever. That's why it looks like that. But yeah, I had this all figured out. At least I thought I did. And 62%. Not that that's really a bad thing. I just have to go through another week of studying, and I've been on this process to get really situated in this business for about, I would say 2 to 3 weeks now. But I've really just been getting consistent on it about 2.5 weeks ago, to really be real, 2.5, 3 weeks ago. And also, as well as me doing this process of getting licensed for this insurance thing, I'm also working on my clothing brand that I got 3 hoodies left for, right? 3 hoodies left for. I got 3 hoodies left of this drop. I didn't think that I was going to be able to do that. The hoodies came defected, didn't come exactly how I insisted, but we sold out about 48 or 47 hoodies. So I do feel good about that. I won't lie. We superseded the goal, because the goal was 30 for that, and it just happened. I prayed to God and it happened. And I prayed to God and it happened. And that's the thing. I prayed to God and it happened. It took some time though. It just took more time than I thought, it was going to take. And I just kind of started to flow with it instead of just forcing myself against it. And I think that's what I have to do here. Although I have this huge sense of urgency, right? Because they talk about in this business that urgency is so important, which I completely believe. That is something that I feel like you need to get yourself to the next level. To even be able to live, you need urgency. You can't really, say if you're in a situation, it's life or death. You know what I mean? You're not just gonna flow things really out and be super patient you're gonna move with some urgency, you know what I mean, to be able to save yourself and whatever the circumstances are. But anyways, it's 11 o'clock right now. It's 11 p.m. and I have some things I got to do. You know what I mean? I have some things I got to do. I'm telling myself that while looking at the camera, and I also already know this from the jump. You know, when it comes to me trying to get this job, I do have a set plan on how I want to do things. You know what I mean? When it comes to why I want to do it and where do I want to do it, and when it comes to why I want to do it, you know what I mean? I want to be able to really get my mom out this like certain, I feel like, position that she's in that makes it hard for her to be able to like live her life. You know what I mean? And I don't really have the best household when it comes to communication and things really working out fairly. So, you know, I really just want to be able to be that anchor to get my mom to, you know, be free. You know, I got a brother that's also sick. You know what I mean? And he had a stroke about 5 years ago. So my mom's been taking care of him. You know what I mean? And I just don't want to continue in doing what I've been doing. You know what I mean? I'm really tired of it. I'm ready to make this like transition to something better, something greater. And I feel like this is the greatest opportunity that could be handed my way right now that I know could do some things in a couple months. I could be able to meet people, make friends. And that's the thing too. I feel like I've been lonely for so long doing the same thing that I've been doing, not being able to really get around the same people that are on the same mindset, you know, and also just on the same frequency. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really excited about doing this thing. So it's like I have so much urgency with so much pressure, you know, because I really want to get in there because I feel like I know what I could do, you know what I mean? And I'm ready to get to work also and learn the whole basis upon things, because I've been watching the YouTube videos that they've been posting and things like that and seeing how it really works, because from the outside looking in, it looks super easy, but I really doubt it's really that, you know? So my basis on things, man, I got like a real strong reasoning behind why I want to do what I want to do. You know, I want to be able to also endorse and do more for this business. You know what I mean? Like, for real, I don't want to give this up. This is something that I've always wanted, you know, to do after a certain point with growing up, and I just don't want to let this go. And I feel like being able to get into this business will be able to help me grow this one, you know. And they teach you so many different things, and it really looks like a blessing, you know, that I can take and really use and make something out of, you know. And also, like I said, meet a lot of people that are on the same frequency. And for so long, I've been trying to get around people that are on the same frequency. I feel like I've been, you know, alone, you know, and not that I don't have any friends or anything, but just not around people that also really think the same, you know. And I just want more people that are even like me or just complete opposites, but it does something for value exchange, you know, for real, for real. I'm tired of feeling like the biggest in the room sometimes too, and I feel like getting around, you know, these people, I won't be feeling that way, you know. I'll be able to learn and be a student, you know what I'm saying, and not always have to be the person that people look at. Or I don't even really feel like that's the case, but I just feel like I can't go to people when it comes to certain questions that I have, you know, that have to tie into things that I'm strongly passionate about, I guess you could say. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna do another couple days of studying, and I'm gonna get this test, you know. And I see there's people my age doing really great and big things in it, and that's nice to see, you know. But I'm tired of watching. I'm not even tired of it, but I kind of just set aside. I told myself I'm not watching these people really do the things that I really want to do, because I know that I'm fully capable of doing the things that I want to do. And not that I really want to get in there and compete with anybody for real, because I mean, my whole thing is not to compete about like really money like anymore, because I don't really have like this strong passion, I don't think, for that money. I got like a strong passion for like doing like really cool things in life, you know, and like experiencing different things that all revolve around some type of substance and depth, you know. But I just see this move being able to let me free out of certain things, especially being in this city in Philadelphia. It's just so dirty, grimy, and, you know, disgusting. And, you know, there's cool things about it, but I just feel like I just don't have what I want to be able to leave and be able to be comfortable to make money. You know what I mean? But I know the brand's going to be able to do that. OTK is going to be able to do that. I just need more time with the brand, you know, and I feel like right now I'm being put to be firm on this, so I'm trying to just align with that correctly, you know. And like I said, my mom doesn't work, you know what I mean? My mom doesn't work. She takes care of my brother full time, and my brother's completely sick, been sick for, like I said, 5 years, since I was 14, you know. I'm 19 now, so 14, 13, around that age, you know. So yeah, I feel like as though I have this responsibility on my back that my mom isn't really putting on me, but I see she's looking for, you know. And I know that that's something, you know. A lot of people want to take care of their mom, but their mom's already taken care of, you know what I mean? They have a full-on husband that's been able to, you know, do the things that they want, or no, not do the things that they want, but be able to provide for their, you know, for their wife, to put them on trips and, you know, make sure they're, you know, they're happy and they're satisfied with what's going on. I feel like for my dynamic, my dad's about to be 70 years old and he's about to retire, and he's getting really to the point where I don't really want to see him work no more. And it's different. I really have something that's different. You know, when it comes to me trying to take care of my parents, I really want to take care of my parents because there's a solid framework and reason why I want to take care of my parents. You know, it's just like, it's like something that is serious, you know, something that is serious. And why I believe that it's serious, because I don't see my dad working in 5 years being able to take care of my mom no more, being able to take care of himself no more, to really be honest, with how things are changing right now and how my dad's kind of just losing his memory and things like that from time to time. I just know that I have to step up, you know, and I'm 19 and I'm making this decision now, and I've kind of already set up this decision since like 16, 17, where I was like, all right, I got to do something, you know. And it's gotten up to this point where I feel like things are really going to be able to transition and change from what I've seen in my mind to it really coming in real life. You know, me being able to pay the bills and buy my mom, you know, the house that she wants to live, you know, if it's by herself, and be able to just feel free and not feel like she has to work and take care of my brother for, you know, how many hours out the day, you know, because I feel like my mom's always kind of just, after a certain point, set aside her life, and we're just like, I'm going to take care of my kids for the rest of my life. And I don't feel like it shouldn't be that way. And in certain circumstances it could, in circumstances it shouldn't. But my mom, like, I know she's stressed out by just not being able to live her life and do the things that she wants to do. She doesn't hang out with her friends that much, you know. And she just, like I said, she set aside her life, and she always talks about how she's, all right, yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys are okay, and I'm gonna forget about myself. And words, things like that. I'm not letting that be the scenario at all. I'm not letting that be the scenario at all. But I want to close out this video, not to talk too much about my personal life, but I just can't stop. That's it. I can't stop. I'm not looking to compete with nobody in this business neither that is also doing things. I'm looking to just be able to be great, you know, and just inspire people too. You know, at the end of the day, it's not how much money it's not about how much money you got in your pocket. I feel like it's about how much you do also for the world and for the people around you, for the people that are also going through the same things that you go through, the people that are your age looking up to you. You know, I feel like you got to come outside of yourself after a certain point, because you could do great and big things and have a lot of money, and anybody could really do that. When it comes to having like this effect on the world and putting something out there that could get you humiliated or just could get you taken advantage of and things like that, where people don't really recognize, and I feel like it takes more of a person of some real depth, you know, I think I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't really want to get too deep on the video. I just woke up. And it's like a 12-minute video. I'm gonna just shut it off now, but we're gonna see how this goes. You know, next week I'll probably be getting on here telling you guys that I did pass this shit. I'm gonna be able to do everything that I see myself doing. Be able to take care of my mom. You know, be that responsible person with a whole lot of money coming in, but also doing things that could also shape and help the people that are growing up, that are also my age. A lot of people are all surrounded around this fact that they have to do the things that somebody else is doing to feel completed in life. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You should live on your own terms. Always live on your own terms. I'm excited to make friends with people that think like me. That's something that I've been asking for, something that I've been wishing for, and something that I know that I'm going to get. Because I know that there's people out there for me. You know, I haven't really met them yet completely when it comes to people my age and things like that. But I know we'll get there. But I'm out of here. OTK is going to do big things. We're going to do big things and things like that. But yeah, hopefully next week I pass this thing and I'll be able to get back on here and tell you guys all about it. Because at the end of the day, I'm just kind of showcasing my life on here. And as much as I haven't been doing as of recently, I'm still going to be doing it regardless of what it is. May God have May God have patience on my soul, for real. That's all I can really say, because I just been in it. You know what I mean? I just been in it. Not that I haven't been working for 2 straight years and, you know, made something out of myself, you know what I mean, financially, but it's just something that's sustainable that I could look for myself doing in the future. And that's the thing. They wouldn't really be able to understand that, because I can't really get on the details all about that. But I'm out of here. Yeah, it's been real.